That was wild. Okay, so Insta360 camera owners, I've got 4 new cool effects to show you. So regardless of whether you own the brand new Insta360 One RS, the One X2, or the original One R, you can apply all 4 of these effects quickly and easily within the Insta360 mobile app. The first effect is called Cinelapse, which is kind of like a hyperlapse, except the point of view changes so frequently it will make your head spin. But it's a seriously cool effect, and the way you capture it is identical to how you would capture a normal hyperlapse, by putting your camera on a selfie stick and walking for at least 30 seconds, and you want to make sure your environment has some kind of interesting features in it. Don't walk through an empty park. Instead, walk through your local city, walk past buildings, walk past any close foreground objects you can find. And you will need at least 2 shots to achieve this effect. So the first shot I took here walking down the street in my local neighborhood for about 1.5 minutes. I then went into Sydney CBD and captured a 15-minute clip, which includes some much better views and a lot more movement in general. So with this Cinelapse, I'm going to combine these 2 shots together. Firstly, I'm going to trim all the unnecessary footage that I don't want included in this effect. So now under the Stories tab in the Insta360 app, we're going to choose the Shot Lab effect, Cinelapse. Next, we're going to choose our 2 or more clips in sequential order. And the app now does the rest. And there we go, the app has used AI to cut seamlessly between these 2 shots and reframe the video to what it thinks the most important visual elements of these scenes are. It doesn't always get them right, but for the most part, this shot looks awesome. The next effect is called Freeze Throw, and when I first saw this one, I thought, oh no. So what you do is record 360 video with 5.7K resolution, then throw the camera up in the air as carefully as you can. Now, if you're someone that's clumsy, and yes, that includes me sometimes, then don't do this shot. It's not worth risking a $400 camera. But if you think it's safe, then go ahead and do it. And what this effect does is it turns that 360 video into a 360 photo at the highest part of the throw. So here it stops and pans around Sydney Harbour before then turning back into a 360 video. And as someone who has broken, I've lost count. As someone who has broken a lot of 360 cameras, don't do what I did here, which is nearly dropping the camera into Sydney Harbour. Instead, do this if it's safe. So if you're in a park with grass underneath, anyway. The next effect is called Center Stage, and how I'd best describe this one is it's kind of like extreme motion tracking when you're moving the camera around a lot on a selfie stick, and the effect keeps the subject, which they recommend is someone else, in the dead center of frame. Here I tried it with one of my friends, and the result was definitely decent. Then I had the idea to try this effect on my own, where I put the camera on a selfie stick and hurled it in random directions. And hey, that's not too bad. It's like extreme centering no matter how much you move the camera. But I do think this effect would be best with 2 people, where one person is standing still or doing something on the spot and the other one is moving around the subject with a pause of a second between each move to create almost like a drone-like effect. I know we've always been able to do this in the Insta360 app, but I guess this is a more streamlined or quicker way of centering a subject. The final new effect is called Clone Loop, and while I've covered multiple clone effects on my channel over the years, this one is a bit different in that you can clone yourself in 360 video and move around the camera simultaneously, as opposed to the shadow clone effect where it's a 360 video but you have to remain in one spot throughout the entire clip. So this is a more advanced version of that, and it works super well. All you do is set up your camera on a monopod so it has a good vantage point, set your camera to 5.7K 360 video, press record, and do your silly dance or run or whatever it is all the way around the camera, maintaining roughly a 1.5 meter distance. Then, just like with all of the other Insta360 effects, you follow the prompts within the Shot Lab section of the app. And that's it, 4 new effects with Insta360 cameras. Now, if you'll excuse me, myself and I have some dancing to do.